What are you doing? Wait, let me. Why are you not sleeping? Sweetheart, why are you not sleeping? Me, I just woke up to get something to drink. Shh, shh, shh. Just keep your voice down. We don't want to wake up your mom, okay? What are you doing? Why are you still writing your homework? Oh, it's okay. You want me to help you with it? Let me take a look. You want to do this together? We can do this together. It's no problem at all. Okay. Yeah, sure. No worries. I need you to get some sleep before school tomorrow, okay? Okay. Alright. No worries. Okay. So we have maths, we have your vocabulary, science, and geography, and history. Okay, you want to do it in that order? Yeah, okay. Let's see here. Yeah, and when we do this, you go straight to bed, okay? Okay? Do you promise? Okay, I'll take you and myself. Let's do this together, okay? Not just I won't just write your homework for you. It doesn't work like that. Okay, just keep, yeah, no worries. You know, she gets grumpy when she doesn't get her sleep. Well, she sleeps like 5 hours per evening. Yeah, okay. So, maths. Simple questions here. What is 112 minus 36? Okay, so how do we go about this? The way I usually go about, the way I usually go about these is, you have 112 and then 36 minus 36, right? What I would usually do is I would first I'm gonna take away 12 from 36, so that's easier to do. That's 24, right? And then I'm going to take out 24 from the remaining 100. Does that make sense? So we have 112 minus 36. We're going to do that, and then 100 minus 24, and we are left with 76. That's right. Good job. So what's next question? What is 3 times 18? These neighbors, why are they playing music? Hope it doesn't. Yeah. So 3 times 18. People usually like to do multiply 3 and 8, blah blah blah. Yeah, that's probably easier. But what I like to do in this case is it's easy. It's a pretty small number, so you could just accumulate them. So 18 plus 18 is 24. So we have 24 plus 18, and then that leaves us with 42. Yeah. Okay, next. If a pencil costs $3 and you buy 26 pencils, how much did you spend? You are in the right direction, darling. No, yep. So we have to buy 26 pens. That's an expensive pencil, if you ask me. So that's 3 times 26, and okay, again with my gymnastics. What I would do here is I would just imagine that we have 25 times 3, and that would instantly just easy, right? This is 3 times 25, 75, yeah, and 75 plus the remaining ones from those 3, 26. We have 26 times 3. It's 75 plus 3, which is just 78. Good job. Good job. In the end of the day, they just want the answers. We're gonna give them the answers, and we will not follow their stupid rules. Okay, let's get to spelling and vocabulary. Yeah, are you ready to keep going? Are you ready? Okay. So, can you spell beautiful? Beautiful. It's B-E-A-U-T-I-F-U and L. That's good. Good job. Okay. Next, we have write as many synonyms for happy as you can. Happy. Shall we? Yeah, it's working. Okay. So happy. Let's see. Happy. Joyful. Gleeful, I guess. Or is it joyous? Happy. Maybe I am happy. I'm just ecstatic. Let's just say whimsical. Whimsical. What about that? Can we say excited? Yeah, let's say that. Elated. Your teacher's gonna love that one. And maybe just one more. Elated. I am absolutely full of, I am gloriously, just spectacularly, profoundly moved by, I don't know. Your papa is out of his element today. If anything comes to mind, I'll let you know. I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 right now, so we're good to go, right? And then last one in this section is the cat slept on the chair. The cat slept on the chair. Which is the verb and which is the noun? Okay, so what's doing the action? What is doing the action? What or who? That's the cat. The cat is sleeping on the chair. But chair is also a noun. But in the context of That cat. And then the verb. What is the doing, the action? That is slept. That's past tense. Okay. Good. That's easy. You're really good at this. Good job. Ooh, next one is science. I'm not really good at that, but I think you have a knack for it. Okay. Let's see here. So, what are the 3 states of matter? What are the 3 states of matter? The 3 states of matter. I'm gonna let you think on it while I take a sip, because that's what I came for. Okay, so that's right. You have gas, a liquid, and solid. So, for example, ice is solid, and the molecules are smaller. I believe that's how it works. And when the ice melts, it becomes water, and that's the liquid aggregate state. And when you heat up the water, it turns into steam, right? You see how when we put a boiling pot to make potatoes, that's how it goes. So it becomes gas, it becomes steam, and that's gas. Okay? Yeah, perfect. When I fart, that's also gas. Hopefully it's not liquid or solid. Definitely we don't want it to be liquid. that's for sure. Okay. We don't want a phantom short. Okay. Okay. Next question. Why do we sleep? Why do we sleep? What are the benefits? What does sleeping do to the human body? Okay. Yeah, this might be a little bit difficult because we are led to believe that we're just doing nothing, right? We're staying in one place, but in fact, sleeping is very, very, very important for the human body, for you, for me, for your mom, for your grandparents, for everyone. It's really important. In fact, you could be doing everything right, but if you don't fix your sleep, it has a lot of bad effects on everything else, on your digestion, which is, how you process food in your body and everything else. So, why do we sleep? Darling, okay, so the brain processes memories and emotions. You know how when you go to sleep, then you feel refreshed, and if you are sad, you feel a little bit less sad. Yeah. And muscles and tissue heal. So if you have a wound, or if you have exercised and you feel soreness, which is actually your tissue breaking to make new muscle, the sleep heals that. Okay. Then let me just write that down in your notebook so you know it. Okay. Next 3. Your immune system gets better. What is immune system? Well, imagine that your body is this fortress, right? And there are enemies outside, and they want to get in. The immune system is kind of the ballista and the archers, and what's working to protect you from feeling sick, that you cannot go out and play when you're sick, right? So immune system. gets stronger. On top of that, our brain clears waste and kind of refreshes itself. So I know, some of your friends use their phones a lot, and there's this part of your brain at the front that does a lot to get data, like information, all the time to help you live your life. And it's really, it takes a lot of it in. But what you do when you sleep is you just get rid of a lot of it. And then we grow. Children like you're getting bigger though, you're not a child anymore between you and me, but kids grow because the hormone, it's a growth hormone, is actually the strongest. And that's a big part of why you get taller and you get bigger and stronger. Let me write that down here. Children grow. Okay. Geography. That's my favorite. Okay, we have just one exercise here, which is to name 3 countries in every continent. Okay. Are you ready? So, let's start with Africa. Okay. So, first I'm gonna write them, and I hope you can remember them, and I'll put them down here. So, we have, let's say, Nigeria. Big country. And then we have South Africa. Then we have, of course, Egypt. Egypt is where the pyramids are, the pharaohs and all of that. Moving on to Europe. We have give me a moment. Sorry, I had to deal with neighbor because he started playing music loudly in the middle of the night. Again, she sleeps little enough already. So, where are we? Europe. So, let's start with the obvious ones like Germany, and a not so obvious one is Bulgaria. Very beautiful country. Be it a little bit very small, but a nice country nonetheless. And let's go for another one, which would be, let's say, Serbia. Perfect. North America. Not many, but big ones. United States, Canada, and Mexico. Then we have South America. Let's go with Argentina, Brazil, Chile, Oceania, or Australia. So, Australia. We have New Zealand, Kiwis, and Fiji. It's considered a country. It's actually a lot of islands together. And Antarctica. Gotcha. There's actually no countries there, just a lot of penguins and some very brave scientists many research centers and facilities. Okay, finally, let's talk about history. Yeah, this used to be one of my favorite subjects in school. Again, bikers. Does anyone not sleep at this time? History. What was the Industrial Revolution and why was it important? So, in the late 1700s, so 1700s, whatever, machines began taking over a lot of the handwork in factories. So efficiency got a lot smoother. A lot of things were invented then, like the steam engine. Let's write that down. So steam engine, the spinning jenny, the power loom, and it started in the Great Britain, and then Britain, and then it went to most of Europe, and because a lot of the handwork was now done by machines, things became more cheap and affordable. Yeah. Second, who is Johannes Gutenberg and why is he important? You want to tell me? I'm just gonna say it, and essentially Johannes Gutenberg, I think you'd have to double check, in the 1400s, I think, invented the printing press. Basically, you could now start making books, not like en masse, not just copy everything by hand like it was mostly done by monks, monasteries and stuff like that. And that made a huge difference in the world. Basically, books became more accessible, and education, knowledge, ideas, you could spread them now in faster rates. We take books for granted now, but before, every book was handwritten, which you could say there's a charm to that, but only the richest had books, and not everyone did. So 1400s, books, knowledge, education, ideas, blah blah blah. Okay, last question, and then you go to sleep, okay? What was the Renaissance and why was it important? The Renaissance. Well, the Renaissance, I believe, started in Italy. Renaissance means rebirth. There was a rebirth of the interest in knowledge of ancient Greece and Rome, but also like a very interesting time for art and literature and science and human rights even, that actually thrust Europe from medieval times to the modern age. People like Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci, Galileo, Copernicus are all taken that time and made great strides in their respective fields. So yeah, I think this is your homework done. You can write you can write that down about the Renaissance, okay? This was kind of fun though. We should do it more often probably. Your mom cannot know that we're up this late rummaging through the fridge. No, that. But I always love spending time with you. So it just feels good. Well, yeah, let's go to sleep, okay?